How do you do, ladies and gentlemen? This is Josh with the Digital Dukes, and this is the very first episode of the Digital Dukes Top 5. For those of you who don't know, we do a weekly podcast where we not only discuss what we've been up to, gaming-wise and watching-wise, but we also go over the latest news dealing with movies, TV, and video games. But at the end of every episode, we do a top 5 segment where we discuss our top 5 favorite or sometimes least favorite things. These things can be video game related, movie related, or just random ideas that pop into our heads. They're usually pretty entertaining. We're usually chucking it up through the entire segment, and we decided to bring that to you in video form. This very first episode covers our top 5 favorite comic book heroes and villains. This comes straight out of the Digital Dukes podcast, episode number 6. So if you'd like to listen to that, check it out on SoundCloud or iTunes or anywhere you listen to your podcasts. But for now, sit back, relax, and enjoy our first top 5. Okay, so my number 5 is Iron Man. He used
I
to
was
be
gonna guess
top.
number 1.
He used to be top dog, but I'm kind of sick of him now. He's, there's too many movies he's just, I've seen him too much now. I'm like, okay, go home for a little bit. It was fun, but I need some alone time. I'm just kind of tired of him. Still love the guy. Still love him to death, but he's dropped down from 1 to 5. Number 4 is Gambit. Gambit. I've always been a big fan of Gambit since I was a kid. I so wish a movie could do him justice, but we'll see. I haven't heard.
Not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Not gonna happen.
Did that Channing Tatum Gambit movie?
I think it got stalled again.
Thank God. I'm sure that's probably for the best.
Although I think he kind of had like just physique wise and look wise, he kind of has the look of the Gambit from the '90s cartoon.
Yeah, give him a
Gambit was kind of skinnier. I thought Gambit was more skinnier though.
Yeah, that's true, but I think there could have been a lot worse choices. So that I was okay almost with him being their choice, but yeah, I think that movie, they changed directors a couple times. That thing is doomed.
Yeah, it's doomed. It is doomed. So yeah, I'm a big fan of him. Number 3 is Wolverine. He's always been one of my faves since being a kid. He's so sweet. Just love the suit. Love the claws, love the healing, love Hugh Jackman. Just
Yeah.
I'm a big Wolverine.
Love him without a shirt on.
Yeah. Don't get me started. He's I love that character. Number 2 is Venom. Venom, in my opinion, is one of the sweetest characters in all of comics. Like the way he looks. His suit is so awesome to me. It's just so badass. That's the only way I can describe it. It's clean. It's gnarly. It's perfect. I love it. And number 1 plot twist is Batman.
Oh, I knew if it wasn't Iron Man, it had to be Batman.
Batman's the best. Batman is awesome. The things I love about Batman and Iron Man is that they don't truly have superpowers. They just have super wallets. And they have skills, but they're just regular dudes with toys. And I like that. But Batman's got the sweet suit, and there's been tons of sweet variations of the suit. He's got the Batmobile. The Batmobile's tops. Batmobile's so sick, especially the Burton Batmobile. I'm actually a big fan of the one from the animated series as well. He's got the cave, and he's got the butler, and he's got it all, man. Batman is my favorite.
He's a good one.
He's good.
Yeah. All right, I guess I'll go next. save Trev for last. All right.
Go
Did
for
you
it,
have
bro.
any? Did you have any honorable
Oh,
mentions?
I did. Spider-Man is my honorable mention.
Okay.
I wanted to squeeze him in my top, but he's been overdone in movies as well. So I'm kind of getting sick of him, but I'm kind of excited about this new Spider-Man movie. I would like to check that out. But the previous two, no thanks. I watched like 30 minutes of the one with Jamie Foxx. That
Oh, yeah.
movie is complete and utter garbage. That
It's pretty
movie.
rough.
Oh,
sucks.
and that guy, what, Garfield? Is that his name?
Andrew.
Yeah.
Andy Garfield.
He
Andy.
good old Andy. He I don't like that guy. There's something
Yeah,
about like the way he carries himself and his
He
voice.
rubs you the wrong way.
He rubs me so wrong, boys. I can't even like explain to you. And now he's like in that Hacksaw Ridge, right?
Oh
Yeah.
I saw
think
that.
that
That's
that's
good.
Nah.
But I think that they casted terrible putting him in a World War II movie like that.
Any movie that
Yeah.
has him in there, I'm just gonna assume they casted terribly because I'm just not a fan of the guy. Plus, he's in that new movie where he's like a religious dude going to.
Oh, Silence.
Yeah.
New Scorsese.
Yeah, people are saying
Yeah.
that looks so good, but then as soon as I saw him, I'm like, I don't want to see it.
But they also, his counterpart in that movie is the guy that played Kylo Ren, and I don't like that guy either. So it's like the movie could be so good, but the two people that are the main characters, not good.
I don't have a problem with him. He was good in Girls.
I have a problem with that guy. His face annoys me. That guy's face is the definition of rubbing things the wrong way.
Yeah, dude. Not to be a jerk, but Dan is right, dude. You look at that guy, and I'm like, I can't take that guy serious. Like, I
Yeah.
can't take him serious for whatever reason.
His face single-handedly ruined The Force Awakens, in my opinion.
His face?
Yeah, his face. And the fact that they felt the need to take his mask off so many times and prance him around the screen.
And
It looks
show his
terrible.
wavy locks.
Yeah, terrible.
But you
Yeah,
like
you-
Garfield more than that guy?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, me
actually.
too.
Oh, get
Me too.
out of here.
If I had to pick one or the other, I would pick him.
Yeah. Okay.
Never.
I guess I'll. Oh, so yeah, Spider-Man. So my number 5. When I thought of now, I'm not the world's biggest like comic book nerd, but I have had when I was a little Dan, I had a little comic book collection. and
Hell yeah, little
and,
Dan.
so this is kind of a rotating list, just like most people's probably top 5 list. And when I thought of this number 5, I was creaming, and that is Bizarro Superman. So good.
He's number 5.
Oh, he's number 5. He could probably be higher than that, but he is so cool.
Is Superman on this list?
No,
But Bizarro
Good.
Superman.
I was
Yeah.
really hoping that he wouldn't be.
yeah, Bizarro Superman is such a cool character. He looks cool. He acts like retarded. Superman, like yet he's just as strong and powerful as Superman. He's just a cool character, I think. I mean, he's got a cool look. They need to throw this guy in more stuff. Number 4, one of my favorites from all time, Wolverine. How can you not like Wolverine? He's got so many cool outfits. His abilities are sweet.
I think it's
He's got-
hilarious that like one of our main points is like, I like this guy. He's got a sweet outfit. Like nothing about his character. It's like
Yeah.
I love Venom. You know why? He looks awesome. Like that's like all we have to say. Hey, sorry.
Yeah.
Anyways, go. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Wolverine
that was
does
like
look
the point.
sweet though. Yeah.
Yeah, he does look sweet. He's got like the cool hair. His hair matches his mask.
He's got the
I mean,
mutton
that's
chops.
awesome. Yeah, the mutton chops. He's got a cool outfit. He's got a cool look when he's not in his outfit. He's got a cool look in his outfit. His background, his story is actually pretty cool. I mean, he's got mutant abilities, and then he got operated on top of it by a secret government experiment. I mean, he's got the best of both worlds there.
Yeah.
So he's awesome. This one I know. I know this one's gonna you probably won't agree with this one, but I think he's a cool character. Aquaman, number 3. I think Aquaman is cool.
Oh
I know
God. And
Josh,
that's the end of this episode.
I-
So yeah.
why,
Cut.
Come on.
No, cause he's
why do you hate Aquaman?
he's just the worst.
Why? He can talk to fish, man.
What's that gonna do?
Harness the planet is 80% water. He can he can harness 80% of the planet.
He can beach
Well,
whales.
Yeah, what's gonna happen if they're like in Kansas and fighting somebody? It's not like he's gonna get any sea creatures to help him.
What you know, that's a rare situation. That's probably not going to happen too often. But he's I think he's got a sweet outfit. Okay, he's got a sweet outfit. He can talk to
With the fishnet leggings and
yeah, the green and yellow sequence. Number 2. This could have honestly. This was a tough one. Number 2 could have been number 1 so easily. Nightcrawler.
okay.
Nightcrawler is so sweet.
Yeah, he's awesome.
He's got three fingers, 2 toes. Like
The dude's
he's
got
got a
3
tail.
fingers. Come on.
yeah, he can teleport around. He's blue. I mean, he's cool. Yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah.
And then number 1, I hate that we're matching up here, but yeah, how can you not pick Batman for number 1? He's awesome. He's so many good incarnations. Keaton's Batman portrayal solidified it for me. He's awesome.
Yeah.
And then
he
my
also
honorable
has
mention-
has like some of the strongest supporting characters in all of comics. Like the villains are super solid. His sidekicks are solid. The only other things I can think of that compare is probably maybe Spider-Man and X-Men.
Yeah, he's got the whole thing working for him. And then my honorable mention, this is a kind of a reach, but he is a cool character. I was trying to think outside the box here, and that is Lobo. Are you guys familiar with Lobo?
I do know Lobo. Yeah, I know.
I
him.
think he's a pretty cool looking dude, I think, and he's got the motorcycle, and he's a
He
he's a
looks
pretty
sweet.
badass villain. Yeah,
He looks pretty cool.
he looks sweet. But
His
yeah,
costume's cool.
I actually haven't read or checked out that much stuff. I like back when I was younger, I read a couple Lobo comics, and I thought he was pretty cool, and that's really neat.
Is he like a? Now I remember seeing him, and correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't Lobo in that Injustice game?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Now he looks like some sort of demon spawn or some shit. Is he from hell or what? Do you know anything about him?
You know, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know much. I don't know much about him.
But he looks sweet.
He looks cool.
He has like
He looks
yeah,
cool.
he's got a motorcycle. He smokes cigars.
Yeah, right. He's just a cool villain.
Okay, solid list. Minus Aquaman, but solid list.
Yeah, I totally agree. Aquaman is not really my thing either, but
But he is people's thing, that's for sure.
well, I will say that the little teaser we saw of Aquaman in the new Justice League movie looks way cooler
Yeah,
than the Aquaman I've
I
ever
like
seen.
that guy. I think I think he might be able to do him justice, but it's still gonna take a lot for me to say, yeah, I love that Aquaman movie.
I'm psyched for the Aquaman movie. Can't wait.
Okay, Trev, what's your tip, fave?
Okay, so my list. So you're gonna. I think this is kind of funny. Number 5 is Batman, so mine's not number 1.
You son of a bitch.
You know what? Everybody else on my list is a Marvel character, so you should be happy I picked somebody on the DC side.
Hey, he's on your list. That's cool.
All right, so Batman's cool. Harkening back to the Batman cartoon in the 90s, that's my first remembering of Batman, and that show was so good.
Yeah.
And the Arkham game's good. Everything about it, like, as of late, good. The movie's coming out pretty good. I know you don't like the Christopher Nolan ones too much, but they were pretty
Ugh.
decent, you know. And yeah, well,
They're too
I like
long
them.
and up their own ass.
We
Anyways,
could go we could go on and on about
yeah.
that. Okay, so number 4 I kept changing, but I stuck with Magneto.
Ooh.
Thinking back, there's a lot of different incarnations of Magneto, and I think that a lot of times it's not done justice enough, but he's actually a pretty badass character if you think about it. A guy that being on planet Earth and being able to control any metal is a really awesome ability, because everything that's worth anything is made of some sort of metal. So I went with Magneto. I think that he's pretty cool. Number 3 is Spider-Man. I don't really know what to go on about it, but I
looks cool.
always like Spider.
He
Yeah, I
looks
like his costume. Well, I always liked the Spider-Man cartoon from the 90s too, because just like X-Men and just like Batman, there's a lot of different characters from the Spider-Man universe that I really dug. Number 2 is Nightcrawler, same number that Dan had. For whatever reason, as a kid, even to this day, I think that having teleportation powers would be the coolest. Now, I wouldn't want to be a blue, like I wouldn't want to look like him, where I have like a tail and blue skin, but he's sweet, man. Like they finally, in the newest movie, they really did a good version of Nightcrawler from the what was that, the X-Men Armageddon, or what it was?
Apocalypse.
Was that the name of
Apocalypse.
the Apocalypse, not Armageddon? That was as close to Nightcrawler as you could get. Like, they actually did justice for once, because from the original X-Men trilogy in X-Men 2, it was terrible.
I don't think that was terrible. That he was.
I think that was weak.
But it was-
he was barely in the movie.
But it was Boris
Really,
from
very-
GoldenEye.
And that
somewhat.
opening sequence where he's in the White House, that was a pretty cool sequence when that was released.
Yeah,
thought.
I was
They didn't-
impressed with that Seek.
They didn't show him enough. For him to be one of my favorite Marvel characters, he wasn't in the movie nearly enough, as much as I feel like he should be.
I feel you.
And he could barely control his powers in that movie. In this one, in the newest one, he actually is really good at what he does, and he's young. But it was good. Number 1, I don't know if you guys could guess it, but Josh, I bet if you really thought about it, who you think's number 1 on my list?
Carnage?
Carnage. Number 1. You're right, dude. Carnage is my number 1.
Oh yeah.
So side note, Venom is definitely on my list. I wanted to put him on there, but if I had to pick Carnage over Venom, I don't know. It's Carnage all day. Because there's two symbiotes that crashed onto the planet. There was the Venom symbiote, which got on Spider-Man and then went to Eddie Brock, and he's good and bad sometimes. You never know. But Carnage is bad all the time, dude. He was a symbiote, the red one, that attached himself to a serial killer.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why he's just completely nuts. And I'm still waiting. Like, they've had him in a few things here and there, like sometimes in games in the past, but I really, really want to see Carnage or Venom done justice. Now, I know this is what I was going to bring up earlier, is you're going to laugh, but I was killing some time, and Spider-Man 3 was on Netflix. So I skipped to the part, I didn't watch it. I just skipped to the very, very end with Venom. And it actually is not as bad as I originally thought. It had the Venom part. Now the rest of the movie was bad. Like emo, Tobey Maguire, not good. I think that Topher Grace's Venom is a terrible casting decision when like Eddie Brock was like a giant football player, physique kind of dude. But it had promise, man. I think that if they did it again, I think that they would actually do justice if they tried doing Venom in another movie. It's only a matter of time. But I think that if they could get Carnage and Venom, maybe in both, that would be a killer movie. But yeah, that's my list. Carnage number 1.
And with that, we end our first top 5. What do you think? Do you approve of our list, or do you think we got it completely wrong? Either way, let us know in the comments. We'd love to discuss it with you. That being said, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, do us a solid and hit those like and subscribe buttons. We put up new videos every Monday. Thanks again for watching, and we'll catch you next time.